Hello, David. It's to dread me, the person who you were discussing aim assist and all that stuff on Twitter with. You'd said for me to, try aiming with just my thumb. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So, one thing I did notice when I was just messing around, testing it and all that, sometimes my mouse will get all the way out of the way. And when that happens, I will be readjusting it back towards the middle using my whole hand. But outside of that, all aiming will be done with solely just my thumb. But yeah, it should be interesting. Currently have my ADS set to shift and fire set to space. So you're not going to be seeing any crazy movement out of me at the moment. But towards the end, I'll swap my controls back and then show, on how much my arm normally moves when I'm actually normally playing the game. So yeah. Just get right into this. So of course it's just me solo against some bots. Because I figured this would be the simplest and easiest way to end up showing you, exactly on how it all goes and whatnot. Right to my left. Your challenge here is kinda bad, because for me to realistically move my whole mouse and keep it on, I'm gonna have to move my arm in some way, shape, or form. I mean, I can certainly try to just get it in such a way where only my thumb is the thing that's moving. That's for the most part. Of course I get shot in the back. Gotta make myself there. I can also use the in-between deaths to move everything. God, my recoil control was not that good there. Of course, I chose the most inopportune spot to actually readjust my mouse.
That could have been bad.
Could have been, that's for sure. God, my aim sucked there.
Oh, God.
Slightly. Because see, right now, since I'm lifting up my whole arm and whatnot, it's actually working a certain set of muscles as well. And so, I mean, like, if you're not used to arm aiming and all that, it's gonna be hurting, like, right up here the whole time. So, I mean, that's already more than what your average controller player has to do. Because, I mean, it's just moving the thumb, right? Not too hard. I mean, you're complaining about a mouse. I have a friend who plays Call of Duty and other FPS games using a drawing tablet. You know, like an actual little pen. So it's kind of like using just your thumb in that sense. But we're about halfway through the match. It's a 10-minute match, so I'm gonna go ahead and change my keybinds back over. That is that one. 2. Change that. Not do that. And here we go. Like I think I had mentioned it at some point during our conversation. The majority of mouse and keyboard players, they're actually just wrist aimers. So 9 times out of 10, they're not even using their hold. Now, I agree that a wrist provides more control over your aim than a thumb on a thumbstick. I completely agree with that statement. But that's why aim assist slowdown exists. So what exactly is the game, like what's the point of the game, like instead of me tracking an enemy, like as I strafe, what's the point of it, you know, turning it towards the enemy for me? Like, shouldn't I have, as the player, have to aim for myself? I say as I am not recoil controlling whatsoever. You know? Like, what's the point of that? Is it true that, you know, good mouse and keyboard players can... who have... Sorry. Is it true that, you know, good mouse and keyboard players who have taken the time to use their arm can take full control of it and have even more control over their aim than just somebody who's using their wrist? Of course. But that also means that that person took even more time to train their arm muscles, and they have gotten used to it, right? And I just missed 2 of the easiest shots of my life there. Right? I mean, we're not saying get rid of aim assist. We're just saying reduce the annoying rotational aim assist that is both sometimes overly too beneficial, but also sometimes detrimental to the controller player. Whether it be pulling their aim off target, or if it's just a matter of, you know, their aim being pulled onto target. Like, very rarely do I actually end up moving my arm. But that's because, you know, I'm a wrist player. Arm aimers tend to be more smooth with their aim, and not as jerky, I suppose. Like, for instance, if I'm aiming with my arm right now, instead of my wrist, you can see just on how much my arm is actually moving when playing like this. You know? I mean, it is what it is. But the game should not be aiming for you, the player, in any shape or form. It just diminishes your total skill level, and it ends up hurting you more than helping.
1 minute remaining.
You say that you're skilled, right? So why is the game having to do a portion of the work for you to even be competent at the game? That's my main question, at least.
Get ready to deploy. Ready to deploy.
That's like saying that
Remain.
because an Olympic runner has taken so much time to perfect their legs, that's how you know they're able to run for long distances very quickly and whatnot, I should get a mechanical... Well, I should be wearing one of those, like, mech suits that improves my agility using, like, inertia and that sort of shit, right? That's like saying that. But you wouldn't be as good as the Olympic player.
Complete. Well done.
Not legitimately, at least. So that's my take on the situation. Hope you got your amusement. Yeah.